How anxiety hijacks love, and what you can do about it, living with GAD in relationships. Hey there, wonderful people. Welcome back to the channel. If this is your first time here, I'm Zachy, your go-to friend for all things mental health, emotional wellness, and figuring out how to stay sane in this crazy world. Today, we're diving deep into a topic that hits home for so many of us, Generalized Anxiety Disorder, or GAD, in the complicated, sometimes messy ways it shows up in our relationships. If you ever felt like your mind is a never-ending what-if factory, spinning out worries about your partner or loved ones, or you find yourself caught between wanting closeness and fearing rejection, then stick around because this video is for you. We'll break down what GAD really is, how it can sneak into your connections with others, and I'll share some practical tips for navigating love while wrestling with anxiety. Plus, if you're supporting someone with GAD, I've got some pointers to help you be the best partner you can be. So, grab a comfy seat and let's jump right in. All right, before we talk relationships, let's get clear on what generalized anxiety disorder actually is. GAD isn't just your typical nerves before a big event or feeling stressed from time to time. It's a chronic mental health condition where your brain is basically stuck on a worry loop, one that's loud, persistent, and exhausting. Imagine your mind as a car alarm that keeps going off, even when there's no intruder. That's kind of what it's like. People with GAD find themselves worrying about everyday things, money, health, work, social situations, sometimes about things that haven't even happened yet and might never happen. And the worst part is, these worries often feel impossible to control. But GAD isn't just a mental game. It shows up physically too. Think muscle tension, restlessness, racing heart, trouble sleeping, and even headaches or stomach issues. All of this together can make relationships feel overwhelming because your brain is always on high alert, scanning for threats, even in moments that should be calm and safe. Now, picture this. You just started seeing someone amazing. Things are great, right? But instead of simply enjoying their company, your brain kicks into overdrive with questions like, do they really like me? Am I texting too much? Are they going to leave me? Sound familiar? That's GAD in action in relationships. When you have generalized anxiety, love can feel less like a warm hug and more like walking a tightrope over a pit of what-ifs and worst-case scenarios. You might find yourself obsessively analyzing every text message or rereading conversations to search for hidden meanings or signs of trouble. This constant overthinking can be draining. You could also feel the need for constant reassurance, asking, are we okay? Do you still love me? Over and over again, not because you don't trust your partner, but because your anxious brain needs that security to quiet the noise. Another big piece is the fear of abandonment. Even the smallest things, a late reply to a message or a change in tone, can send your mind into a spiral of panic. Sometimes, out of self-protection, people with GAD might even start to pull away before anyone can hurt them, which can be confusing for both partners. The key takeaway? If you're experiencing this, you're not alone, and it's not a personal flaw or a sign that you're too much. It's just how anxiety shapes your experience of love and connection. So, what can you do if you see yourself in this? The magic word here is communication. But I want to be clear. Communication isn't just about telling your partner every anxious thought that pops into your head. It's about being honest in a way that helps them understand what's going on inside your mind and heart without overwhelming them. Try to use I statements like, sometimes my anxiety makes me worry even when there's no reason, or if I ask for reassurance, it's because I'm trying to manage my anxiety, not because I don't trust you. These kind of phrases open the door to empathy and connection. If your partner is willing to listen and support you, that's fantastic. But if they react with frustration or don't seem to get it, that's important to recognize, too. Everyone deserves a relationship where their feelings are honored and where anxiety is met with patience, not judgment. Remember, communication is a two-way street, so encourage your partner to share their feelings, too. Building understanding on both sides helps create a safe space where love can grow, even with anxiety in the mix. Here's a crucial point that can sometimes get overlooked. Managing anxiety is your own responsibility. As much as it's great to have a supportive partner, it's not their job to fix your anxiety or carry your emotional burdens. This means developing your own toolkit, for self-regulation. Some of my favorites include journaling to get those swirling thoughts out of your head and onto paper, practicing deep breathing exercises to calm your nervous system, or using grounding techniques, like focusing on your five senses, to bring yourself back to the present moment when anxiety feels overwhelming. Therapy, especially cognitive behavioral therapy or CBT, can be a game changer because it helps you recognize and reframe the thought patterns that fuel your worry. And don't forget about boundaries, both for yourself and with your partner. It's totally okay to say, "I need a little time to calm down before we talk," or "Sometimes I ask the same question multiple times because of my anxiety. Thank you for being patient with me." Boundaries aren't walls. They're bridges to healthier communication. Now, if you're dating someone who lives with GAD, here's what you need to know. First off, don't try to fix their anxiety. It's not a puzzle you can solve, but a part of who they are that needs understanding and kindness. Being consistent and reliable goes a long way. When your partner knows they can count on you to show up and communicate clearly, it helps create a sense of safety that can soothe anxious feelings. At the same time, it's important to set boundaries for yourself, too. Supporting someone with anxiety is a team effort, but their mental health isn't your full responsibility. You deserve to take care of your own well-being. Lastly, take some time to learn about GAD and anxiety. The more you understand, the easier it is to be patient, empathetic, and supportive. Your love and compassion can be an anchor for someone navigating a stormy mind. All right, friends, to wrap this up, love and anxiety can absolutely live side by side. It might be a bumpy ride sometimes, but with honesty, patience, and a lot of self-love, you can build relationships that feel safe and nurturing. Whether you're living with GAD or loving someone who is, remember this: you are not broken, you are not too much, and you are definitely not alone in this journey. If this video hit home for you, I'd love for you to be part of our community here on Adzakaprat. We're all about real talk on mental health and creating a space where we can grow and heal together. So go ahead and hit that like button, smash that subscribe, and tap the notification bell so you never miss a new video. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today. Your mind might be anxious, but your heart always knows the way. See you next time.